Hello and welcome once again. Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu and his United States counterpart, President Donald Trump, have confirmed that Abu Bilal al-Minuki, alleged to be the second in command of Islamic State globally, was killed in a joint operation conducted by security forces of both countries. In a statement on Saturday, Tinubu explained that Nigeria appreciates this partnership with the United States. He extended gratitude to President Trump for his leadership and unwavering support in this. He also commended the personnel involved on both sides for their professionalism and courage, even as he looks forward to more decisive strikes against all terrorist enclaves across the nation. Trump had earlier late Friday confirmed the joint operation in a post on Truth Social, saying that brave American forces and the armed forces of Nigeria flawlessly executed a meticulously planned and very complex mission to eliminate the most active terrorist in the world. He also thanked the Nigerian government for its partnership, but did not provide further details. Al-Minuki had been under U.S. sanctions since 2023 for his links to ISIL. The U.S. State Department described him as a Sahel-based ISIL, a specially designated terrorist in 2023, senior leader and part of his General Directorate of Provinces. 6 suspected members of the Islamic State West Africa province have been killed following a premature improvised explosive device detonation in Mate local government area of Borno State. Well, according to security sources, the incident occurred at about 7 a.m. on May 16, 2026 at Jubilaram, where the terrorists were reportedly assembling an explosive device. Well, the sources said the group was led by a suspected bomb expert identified as Abu Umar, who also died in the explosion alongside 5 other militants. 3 other members of the group reportedly sustained serious injuries in the incident. Well, according to intelligence assessments, the deceased suspects were part of ISWAP's IED-making cell operating within the Mate-Kedenoa Wolgo axis, a known corridor for insurgent movements in the Lake Chad Basin. Well, we have in the studio Major General Michael Onoja, the Director, Defense Media Organization. Glad to have you join us in the studio.
Thank you so much, Indy.
Yeah, interesting. The U.S. and Nigeria forces collaborated, as it were, to take out Abu Bilal al-Minuki, second in command of ISIS globally.
Yes.
It will be in order to say congrats.
Thank you very much
for this achievement.
Thank you very much.
Talk us through what went into snuffing him out.
Yes, so you recall that over the last few months, Nigerian government and security forces have entered into an agreement or a partnership with the United States with the active support of the United States President Donald Trump and the commander for Africa Command in Germany. And so over the last few months, there has been a lot of groundwork pertaining to intelligence and equipment and resourcing of our personnel in the Northeast. So these are part of the outcomes of this partnership that we're beginning to witness. In the next few months, we believe that we are still going to witness a lot of decisive more strikes of this nature. And in the nearest future, hopefully, the level of insecurity will significantly reduce so that Nigerians can have a safe and secure environment for everybody to carry on with his official business.
And they'll sleep with at least 2 eyes closed, as it were, because I'm not sleeping with 2 eyes closed as
exactly,
it is.
Exactly.
What does this mean for the fight against insecurity in Nigeria? The president praised the mission as a significant, these were his words, significant example of effective collaboration between Nigeria and the U.S. So what does this mean for insecurity in Nigeria going forward?
Yes, as the Defense Headquarters has always said, we welcome the collaboration with the Americans. As the President said, this is quite significant. And we believe that America, with their experience in counterterrorism, if they give us some of that, if they provide some of their experiences to us, we are going to do a lot more in this concerning the issues of insecurity, and that's what you can see in this regard now. Thank you.
All right. In 2024,
yes,
the story was that this same guy, Al-Minuki, was killed. It turned out to be false. A report was a mistaken identity.
yes.
How can Nigerians and the world over be sure that this time round it's really and
Yes.
truly Al-Minuki that was killed?
Yes, the defense secretary wants to categorically state that this time around, it is Al-Minuki, alias Abu Mainok,
Yeah.
Abubakar Mainok, who has been killed. You know, we have to understand that the terrorists, to hide their true identities, they often use nom de guerres, aliases, also
Okay.
known as, yes. So most times, it's what essentially occurred is that in 2024, there was another individual who was using the nom de guerre Al-Mainok. So this time around, this individual is the person that is the original owner of that name. From the intelligence that we have, luckily, the United States especially has followed his antecedents for a considerable number of years. He's currently on the UN, at least until yesterday.
Yeah, especially
designated terrorist list. He's also on EU list. He's even on Nigerian sanction list. So this particular individual is somebody that the authorities have put out all measures to ensure that he's caught. Luckily, based on our intelligence estimates for the past few months, we're able to identify his precise location, and then the military took the necessary action to neutralize him.
And we're learning that no lives were lost. I mean, this operation was carried out, and no personnel of the military on both sides were lost.
Yes,
no casualties.
Yes, on our part, we are happy to say that due to the professionalism that has been emphasized by the Chief of Defense Staff, this operation was carried out without any loss of lives to our personnel.
Interesting. What's your response to Trump's statement thanking the Nigerian government? Again, his words, he thanked the Nigerian government for its partnership in the operation.
Yes. As I said, we welcome the United States government's partnership with us, and we assure them that we will continue to cooperate fully with any intelligence that they provide for us, and that we are going to take necessary action to end all these issues of insecurity that has become very prevalent in the country.
Earlier in the year, the Nigerian military officials said U.S. forces operated in a strictly
Yes.
non-combat role.
Yes.
How do we classify this particular operation, and going forward, should Nigerians expect what you can call a continuity of this kind of collaboration with the U.S.?
No, as we said, we don't expect, or the United States is not putting boots on the ground. They are going to give us intelligence, assets, equipment, training, and point us to where a lot of these threats are hibernating. And that's what they've done in this particular case. Going forward, we are going to continue to expand that cooperation, and we are assuring Nigerians that everything will be done based on America's intelligence that is provided to us to ensure that all these problems are nipped in the bud as soon as possible, and so that people can go about their normal lives.
So the collaboration between Nigeria and the U.S., is it then limited to intelligence? And let me add this.
Yes.
Are you then saying that we didn't have... Okay, let me just put it. We didn't have American boots on the ground in this particular instance?
No, we did not.
We didn't?
We did not.
So they just provided intelligence?
That is all they are providing for us.
Okay, so the collaboration is intelligence of the U.S.
Exactly.
And Nigerian boots on the ground?
And assets and Nigerian boots on the ground, yes.
Okay, this is quite interesting, because, I mean, many people would want to know whether the Americans
Yes.
came into Nigeria, we'll talk about security and, so it was just intelligence.
It was just intelligence, assets, and other force enablers that they provide for us.
Like?
Satellites, photos, ISR, intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance assets. Yeah.
All right. There are still, this is one out of many.
Yes.
Interesting, like I've congratulated. But there are terrorist kingpins still roaming, causing havoc in Nigeria. One very big example is people like Bello Turuji.
Yes.
What is the assurance that these persons will be caught? Because these are the kingpins. These are the arrowheads.
Yes. Yes.
What efforts
have been made? Yes, we are fully aware of the activities of Bello Turji. And I can tell you categorically that the relevant military units have been taxed and they are all out looking for him. And as I said in my last briefing, it's just a matter of time. And that time we are appealing for Nigerians to just be patient with us and that we assure you that we are going to get him. He's not in doubt. He can't hide forever.
Yeah, but time is of the essence.
Yeah, but we are also on top of the game. Yes, we are in hot pursuit of him. And very soon, just like what happened yesterday, you will hear reports that he's down.
In a month's time, in 2 months' time?
No, I can't give a timeline. But just know that there are concerted efforts to ensure that he's nabbed, either dead or alive.
And then, of course, the question of what happened, transpired in Borno, is like they dug their own grave. IEDs killing people that were planting, manufacturing, killing the people.
Exactly. So that's to show you that we are putting a lot of pressure on them. Yes. Before they had time to do all this, but now they are even detonating bombs on themselves because they are hiding away from us.
What are the issue of these kidnappings?
Yes.
And then the question of, the question of ransoms, which invariably, is like giving the power to get more equipment. What's the military and the government and the security agencies doing to stop the spate of kidnappings, stopping people from that region from even going to farm to do their normal activities and all that?
Yes. The military has several operations to counter the spate of insecurity in the Northwest, Northeast, and North Central. Part of the mandates of these operations are to reduce issues of kidnapping. And as much as possible, we believe that we are doing a lot of work in that regard. However, there are also some challenges. You mentioned it earlier that the issues of payment of ransom also encourages them to
acquire,
yes, exactly, to continue to reinforce their strength. So now the issue is we need to get to a point where there needs to be trust in the security forces that once there is a kidnapping, we are going to do the needful. Because a lot of times people are also in a hurry to pay ransom, you see, and they do not report to the security forces, they quietly pay ransom. So we appeal to Nigerians also, if there's any incident of kidnapping, quietly or quickly report to the nearest security outpost. That way, we can get a track of what is happening and then swing into action and see. And I can assure you that we are going to make sure that any kidnapping incident will recover the people even without paying ransom. But we can also understand the fears of Nigerians. We understand that too, yeah. They fear for the lives or safety of their relations and wards, so they are quick to pay. So the thing is that we need to find a balance. We need to find a balance. So for any kidnapping incident, we expect to be informed as soon as possible, so that we can now carry out our own routine activities and then begin to chase the kidnappers. But if you don't tell us on time, if it's not reported on time and the kidnappers are able to get away with it, it now makes it more difficult to get
time lag.
because of the time lag. Exactly.
All right.
Yeah. So that's our appeal to Nigerians. Yeah.
All right. Well, one hopes indeed that we'll nip it in the bud. No kidnappings. So even when there are kidnappings, we'll get them back, but no kidnappings, no insecurity.
Yes.
Thank you so
yes.
much.